Hey everyone, it's the Doom Dog. So, when I posted my video on my hacked PlayStation Classic, I was asked in the comments section to put together an instructional video about how I did it. I posted the video that I followed, but he asked me to make a video of it anyway. He said he wanted to see me do it. How many other PlayStation hack videos are going to have a cartoon dog in it anyway? Anyway, a friend of mine asked me to do this to his. He had a list of games that he wants to put on it. So I decided to use this opportunity to show how it's done. Let's get started, shall we? We have all the games that we're going to put on it here. The first thing you're going to want to do is format your memory stick. You're going to want to format it as FAT32. If you're going to format FAT32 anything larger than 32 gigabyte, you're going to need a special program to do it. I'm using this one called GUI format here that works just fine. It can format up to 64 gig, and that'll be plenty for this project. I will leave a link in the description below to where you can get any of the programs that I use in this video. So format it FAT32 and label it Sony. That's important. Label it Sony. Now that we have it formatted, we want to go to modmyclassic.com/BleemSync. And we're going to scroll down the page here until we find the BleemSync zip file that we need to make this work. Download that to your hard drive, and you're going to want to unzip it. After you unzip it, all you have to do is copy it over to your thumbstick that you just formatted as FAT32. And this is going to take a while because FAT32 is fucking slow. So we're going to fast forward through this. But at the end of it, we're going to eject the thumbstick. I'm right-handed, and I'm recording this with my left hand while trying to get things done with my right hand, so I'm sorry that this footage is so crappy. But next step is to put the thumbstick into the second controller port on the PlayStation Classic. Make sure it's controller port 2, and just like you see here, make sure there is nothing plugged into it when you do this. Again, nothing plugged into the Classic. No power, no HDMI, nothing. Once you have it plugged in to controller port 2, make sure you plug the Classic in. and you're going to want to turn it on. Turn on your PlayStation and you should see this where it says that the hack is complete and it will power off in 5 seconds. If you see this screen, that means you've done everything correctly up to this point. Now you're going to want to unplug your PlayStation Classic and remove the USB stick from port 2. What we're going to do here is we're going to plug it back into the PC and reformat it. We want a faster file system, so let's do that. Once you get it plugged back into your PC, make sure the very first thing you do is back up your files from it back to your hard drive. That's what I'm doing here. I'm copying them back over, and we're going to fast forward through this. And we're going to then format it as NTFS. That's a faster file system. It'll work better for loading games, and it'll be quicker for the rest of it. So let's do that. You can probably guess the next step pretty easily. You know those files that you copied over to your hard drive? After you have it formatted, copy those right back over to your thumbstick. Once again, we're going to fast forward through this process because even with it being NTFS instead of FAT32, it takes a while. Now you want to take your thumbstick and plug it back into your PlayStation Classic. Once again, you want to make sure that you plug it into controller port 2. I made sure that it did not have it plugged in while I was doing this. The instructions do not say that this is necessary, but I feel like I should do that just as a precaution. So it's not plugged in. So plug it back in, and then you should be set up and ready to go. Now turn back on your PlayStation Classic, and if you have done this correctly, it will boot up as normal, but then it will show the boot menu for BleemSync, which will let you select between BleemSync and RetroArch. For this particular hack, we are just using BleemSync, and if you go into that right now, it will just go into the normal carousel with the 20 games. But you'll also notice that there's background music, so that's kind of nice. There's not background music for the carousel, but there is for the BleemSync menu here. So that's a little bit different. One of the things that this hack does is it lets you connect your PlayStation Classic directly to your PC. You can get power off of that now instead of requiring a wall socket like previously. That's a very nice feature. But once you plug it into your PC, make sure you power the thing on so it will recognize it as something of an external hard drive that you can copy files to. Now you're going to go into your browser and you're going to go to bleemsyncui.com and it will bring up this interface. All you do is you click browse and then you select the folder that for the game that you want to add and select the bin and queue files and click open. Then you scroll down and you click add game. And it's really that simple. That's all you have to do at this point to add games to your PlayStation Classic. Now I know what you're thinking. That's kind of awesome. But what about multi-disc games? Because there's quite a few of them on the PlayStation. Well, let's add one. Let's add Final Fantasy VIII. All you need to do is have all of the files in one folder and just click and select all of them and click add. Remember how the PlayStation Classic works. You hit the open button to switch discs. So as soon as you get to the end of disc 1 of any game you've added, hit the open button, it'll switch to disc 2. It's really that simple. After you have added your games, all you need to do is unplug it from your computer and plug it into your TV or whatever device you're using to play the games with, and boot it up with the thumbstick still left in controller port 2, and it will boot up into the BleemSync menu. Go from there into the carousel and your games will be there, and they will boot right up. Here you will see Final Fantasy VIII. I will boot that up and you will see that it does display the switch image option that it displays for the normal other games that it came with, such as Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy VII. It works perfectly, and you can add as many games as your thumbstick will allow. Feel free to add games to your heart's content, guys, because it's kind of awesome. Add your full library. That's what I did. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. It'd be greatly appreciated if you could share this video. That would help me out a lot as well. Do you have a PlayStation Classic? Did you hack yours? Are you going to hack yours now that I've showed you what to do? Let me know. It would be greatly appreciated. And we will talk to you guys next time. Thanks everybody and bye. Doomdog out.